Hello, everybody. This is Carrie, and it is launch day time. Time for the launch party of our new January to April mini catalog. So, whether you are watching on Friday, the 20th of January, or later down the road, just want to say welcome. Super glad that you're here. We have done a launch party this way for the past couple of years now. And one of my favorite things that we do is called a catalog stroll. And so we're going to go cover to cover in this new mini catalog. Now, we are not going to stop at every single page, but we are going to stop along the way and take a look at some samples, some swatches of the designer series paper, and just really kind of get to know this catalog. And I hope that I'll be able to point out some things to you that you may not have noticed. Now, if by chance you're watching and you do not have a copy of the catalog of your own and you would like one, all you have to do is reach out to me. I'll be happy to send you a complimentary catalog because I really love having my own copy. And I just love providing that for people that would like one as well. The catalog is not only full of product, but it's full of inspiration. There's so many samples. I mean, hundreds of samples in this catalog. So it's a great jumping off point for you if you have a day that you're just kind of struggling with your crafty mojo and you need some inspiration. The catalog is an awesome resource, along with having the products that you can purchase. So I just want to remind you that you can reach out to me if you would like to order. You can also go to my online store at stampwithct.stampinup.net. You can find the products that I'm sharing with you today and so much more. But if you ever need help with an order, I'm glad to help you with that. I do have a host code each month. So if your order is less than $150, I ask that you do put the host code in at checkout. That helps me compile the orders together and be able to use the rewards to give back to you guys. That's how I get the supplies that I use for giveaways. And so it just really helps me in my business. And I like to pass those on to y'all too. So if your order is over $150, you'll still receive a little gift from me, and know that I appreciate you very much supporting my business and being part of our crafty community. But if it's over $150, you definitely want to not use the host code because you want to get those rewards yourself. So free product from Stampin' Up! Just for shopping. It is celebration, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that as we go along in our catalog stroll, because we're not only going to look at the mini catalog, we're going to look at the celebration brochure as well. Tons of samples from that. Each catalog, I participate in a card swap with other demonstrators. So I love being able to provide you with lots of different ideas from these new products. So first of all, I love the mini catalog cover. In crafting, I have found it hard to find purples. And so I just love that this has a purple cover. So Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape are featured, and it's just got some beautiful samples. It's such a pretty catalog. I have really come to enjoy our mini catalogs being in this format as well. Okay, so just inside the cover here, you'll find that we have our index. I don't have my catalog marked like I typically do. I'm doing it a little bit different this time. So hopefully that works out okay. And then we turn to the next page and we have a message from our CEO, Sarah Douglas. I always think it's fun to point that out. And then just some more projects and about making a difference. One of the mottos of Stampin' Up! And with our crafting, we really can make a difference in the lives of others, can make a difference in our life, but also in the lives of others with our stamping and crafting. And I just love that. So Paper Pumpkin. If you're not familiar with Paper Pumpkin, it is a monthly craft kit. It comes straight to your door. Everything that you need to make the projects are inside. All you really need to add is a paper snips. Paper Pumpkin is a lot of fun. I even have a Paper Pumpkin Club, and we meet on the third Thursday of each month at my home. and have just a little snack and some crafting time together. So if you're local to me, you're always welcome to attend that. Just grab your kit and come with us. Or if you want to just see what it's like, you can do that as well. I have several other Paper Pumpkin customers that don't live near me, but Paper Pumpkin is just a great portable crafting kit with everything inside. The thing about Paper Pumpkin is that it's more of a surprise. So a lot of times we get the name of the kit, we get a little bit of a hint as to what might be in there, whether it's cards or treat boxes, but we don't know exactly what we're getting. So if you're one that loves surprises, this is a great idea. Then Stampin' Up! Also has the kit collection, and this has really, really grown over the last year or two. And I actually have a friend who was part of an advisory board for the kit collection, and she and other demonstrators actually were able to give ideas of what they would like to see in kits. So I love that our company really listens to us, and I love that we as demonstrators can be on advisory boards and councils, and we can make a difference in our company and have a voice in our company. So I just wanted you to know that this was actually inspired by demonstrators. So I think that's awesome. So our kits collection is a little bit different. You do need to go to my online store. That is where you will see the updated information on kits, and it shows you what's available. And new kits are released usually at least every month or two. And then some kits retire. So when they're gone, they're gone. But what's great is you can see what's available right now by going to my website, stampwithct.stampinup.net, and just type in kits collection, and it will take you straight to that landing page, and you can see what is available. There are two different types of kits. Some require stamping, some don't. And so either way, you get everything that you need, including the little ink spot and block and your stamps if it's a stamping kit, everything in the box. So it's really awesome. They have a great price point as well. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and turn to, I'm going to check my notes right quick and just make sure that so far so good, because we are already up to page 8. So we're at the Country Floral Lane suite of products. And I do have tons of samples for this, but there's a couple of suites that I'm going to use in Meet the Suite. And so that will dive a little bit deeper into those two suites. We'll actually look at all of the products in the suite, and I have a lot of samples, like more than a dozen samples for each of those collections. And this is one of them. The reason I wanted to stop right here is just to show you a couple of things about our suites. So what is a suite? It's a collection of products that Stampin' Up! Has already put together. They've already been designed and coordinated, and we know that if we purchase things from this suite, they're going to work together. So one of the great things about Stampin' Up! Is the coordination of products. So one of the things I like to point out is there's an easy button with the suites. So when there's a suite collection, you have this section here, and it tells you that if you purchase just using that one item code, you'll get one of each of the things in the suite. So let's take a look at what is in Country Floral Lane. You have the stamp and punch bundle. Now, when you purchase those together versus just the stamp or just the punch, you get a 10% discount. When you use the easy button and you get that collection code, and that's what you use to order, you still get your 10% off of your bundle. Then there's some awesome embellishments. There's a couple of different designer series papers, and there's a ribbon combo pack. This is cool because this suite has a 6x6 gingham and also a 12x12 paper pack. So if you love this and you want one of each item, don't forget you can use the easy button and just enter the collection, suite collection code, and you don't have to mess with putting each code in as you're ordering. Now, as we turn over to the next page, you'll see that this is that same stamp set that's featured in the Country Floral Lane suite, but it just gives you a bigger picture. So if you'll notice, there's lots of samples back here to inspire you, and then even a couple more. And then we move over into some other like love and Valentine type products. Then the next thing I wanted to show you, if we just turn that next page, is we also have stamps that are just kind of standalone or even bundles sometimes. So this one really kind of slipped by me as I went through the catalog the first 8 or 10 times. And this is one that on Wednesday I featured in my Facebook Live. It's a super, super cute little bundle, and it's called Share a Milkshake. So let me move some things over because I do have some samples of that to share with you. And I already messed up, y'all. I wanted to show you, and now I'm trying to remember what the name of this, it's something greetings, but I wanted to show you when we went to on stage, we were able to do some make and takes, and this is just a couple samples from one of the kits. I intended to show you that when we were on the kits page, but that's okay. So a very masculine oriented kit, and it has the globe and the watch. I thought that was really cool. So this is just an example of what you get in the kit. So these die cut pieces, your banner pieces, all of those are included. They're laser cut. You just pop them out, do your stamping, and put everything together. So that's just an example of what comes in a kit. Okay, now we'll look at a couple samples of our milkshake. So these were actually cards that I made on Facebook Live on Wednesday. And you can see with the Share a Milkshake stamps and dies, you have lots of different options as far as how you can decorate either an ice cream cone, a shake, or a sundae. So this was just a very simple, easy layout we did. And then we stepped it up just a little bit and made it a fun fold. So super cute, simple little card. And then in my swap, I also received this awesome fun fold. So really, really cute colors. And I really like this. So that is a cute little fun fold card, also featuring this standalone bundle. And don't forget, when you purchase those bundles, you do save 10% when you purchase the stamps and dies together. Okay. I think we're going to move up a little bit. No, we're not. We're going to go right over here to this next page. I have everything laid out if I'll just look at my notes. So we have the Share a Milkshake. And then on page 13, there's one called Love Cats. And this is really cute. And again, I didn't really notice this stamp set until I did the swap and I started receiving cards using this. So this is the first one, just kind of hanging out. Thought this one turned out really, really cute. And then here is a second one with that same image, just a little bit different color scheme. So really cute stamp set. Okay, and then we're going to travel on to page 14 on our stroll. And here you're going to find the Fancy Flora Sweet Collection. Now, this one is near and dear to my heart. And a lot of you already know this. A lot of you have seen a lot of the projects from this. But I was asked to be one of the on-stage, which is kind of like our demonstrator convention. I was asked to be one of the presenters. And so back the end of September, I received these products, and many of them weren't even in the final packaging yet. It was really, really cool. So like, I'll show you later when we do meet the suite, because this is one that we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the products because I know them so well. Anyway, my dies I'm storing in the stamp case because they did not come in the container like they normally do. But this again is one of the suites, and it is like a mega suite with 2 stamp die bundles and then a specialty paper and then the designer series paper. And it is absolutely a fabulous suite of products. So definitely wanted to point that out to you. Now we're going to jump ahead to page 22. Like I said, we're not going to stop at every single page because I don't want to keep you here forever. But this, let me make sure I'm on the right page. Yes. By the Bay. This is another suite that is really, really pretty. And as we go to the suite, I'm also going to be able to share with you the designer series papers because I got my swatch books in. A demonstrator friend named Brian King, he makes these swatch books and I love them because they help me when I'm designing. It's also great to have a little swatch of paper to show you on video because the paper is just so much prettier in person and on video even than what it is in the catalog. There's just something about capturing how beautiful the paper is, and it's hard to do in a still photograph. The way he does these books, he also adds the colors on the back. So I've been getting these from Brian for many years. So if you're ever interested in getting them, let me know because I can tell you how to go about that. So look at this fabulous paper, y'all. Oh, it is just so pretty. So By the Bay, and this is not a suite that I have, but I got to meet a sweet lady named Evelyn Roseborough, which she is also, of course, a demonstrator, and she demoed this suite at Onstage, and she did just a fabulous job. And she really helped us fall in love with this paper. So you can see why we did. It is just gorgeous. Now, of course, I have some samples. Let me make sure I've got all the right things. I've got a whole basket of stuff to share with y'all today. Okay, here is the first card, and this is a swap card made with By the Bay. And then we have a second one. And this one's really, really pretty. A lot of attention to detail. Just a gorgeous stamp set, wouldn't you say? And there's just something about bringing these products to life. This one is just so striking. The bird image is absolutely stunning. Love that one. And again, all of these are swap cards because I only have the paper in this suite. I wish I could get everything, but I can't. But I know that some of you will fall in love with this and make beautiful, beautiful projects with it. So that is By the Bay. And I neglected to tell you to definitely grab a beverage if you would like to. And also grab your catalog if you want to travel on the stroll along with me. We're moving on up to page 27, and I got something sticky in my catalog, it seems. Wonder how that happened. Now, this next stamp set that I wanted to feature is called Silly Goose. This one makes me laugh. And I got a swap with it as well with this super cute little image here. How adorable is this card? I love this so much. And you know, this is a ribbon that we had at Halloween, I don't know, 2-3 years ago. And it just goes with so many different projects. I love that we can pull the old products that we already have in our stash in with new projects. So, so cute. So that one is called Silly Goose. And then we'll move up just one page to page 28. And here on 28, I don't have samples with this, but I wanted to point out to you that these are background stamps. These are so easy to overlook. And so they're awesome because you can just do so much with them. They will cover the full card front. So just wanted to share that with you and point you in the direction of those background stamps. That's something that's in the annual catalog as well. And I'm not really good about focusing on those. So that's a reminder to both of us. Okay, we are already up to page 30. And this is a suite called Regency Park. And I don't know, there's just something about it that I absolutely love. And this is a suite that we're going to be using for bingo in February. So just to kind of give you a little heads up. Again, this paper pack is a 6x6. Let me just quickly flip through some of the paper because there's a lot of different patterns in this paper. Really cute paper. And I love the B side. So, you know, some of us are not really into florals. Some of us are, but some of us are not. But be sure to take a look at the B side of these papers because they're really awesome. And we can do so much with those background papers as well. Sorry, I'm struggling just a little bit to get that flip. That's a cute one, isn't it? Love these color combos, lots of different colors in this paper. And it is just so fun. So that is Regency Park. Now, I do have a lot of this suite, but I'm just going to share some samples with you quickly. Let me make sure I got them all. Telling you, I got a full basket over here to share with you for both the mini catalog and celebration. So this is a nice one with that big, bold sentiment. Y'all know I am a sentiment lover. I love fonts. They just make me so happy. This is a really cool fun fold. So it opens like this. So that's a pretty card. I like that. Again, these are swaps that I received. And then it looks like this one is also a fun fold. But I love that she used the designer series paper there in the background. And you can even write your message here, or you could add some more writing there if you wanted to. Or you could just let this be fancy and just use a little place to write, depending on how much you want to write. And then this next one is also a really cool thing that I have done before many times. We used to have a stamp that was a scissor, and one time I did this fold and then cut out the image of the scissor. I thought that was really cute, like I was cutting into the paper. But all you do is a regular, this would be a 5 by 3 3/4 piece of designer series paper, and you cut in from the side, not even all the way to the center. You don't have to be perfect either. You don't have to measure. You just cut in and you fold those back. And so I love the way she put the little image there, and then you get to see both sides of the designer series paper, and then she's able to put her greeting there. What a great card. And this is perfect paper to do that with because the B side is just so cute. So that's several samples for you from Regency Park. And again, we'll use that for bingo, which it will be an online bingo that we do. And I'll get more information out about that and when it's going to be in the near future. Okay, we are going to move up to page 39. And let's see. This is a fun stamp set that I wanted to share with you. So as I was preparing for this catalog stroll is when I first noticed this stamp set, and it's called Conversation Bubbles. So just something cute. It really caught my eye. Now, again, I've been through this catalog so many times since November when I got it, but you just always find new little gems. And I thought that was a cute one, and I wanted to point it out to you. And then we'll turn over to page 41. And this is a cute little stamp set. And it's called Lucky Clover. So let me grab the sample. I think I have one or two. One to share with you. For a St. Patrick's Day card. What a cute idea. That is just darling. Now, I don't personally send St. Patrick's Day cards, but a lot of people do. So that's nice to have a dedicated set, isn't it? So, Lucky Clover, really a cute little set. Okay, let me check my notes right quick because I am not understanding what I'm trying to tell myself. Sorry, guys. Okay, so this is the Delicate Desert Suite collection. And I'll share with you, this is just really not my aesthetic. I know for a lot of you, you're going to love this, and that's great. That's part of the reason why we have so many products in the catalog, right? But it's called Delicate Desert, and I do have the designer series paper swatch book. And by the way, I'm going to be offering a second round of designer series paper and ribbon shares. I have 2 people that want to do a second round, so I need 2 more to get that set up and going. So if you're interested, let me know. But that's a pretty paper, isn't it? It's just very subtle, and it is very pretty. So then as I was looking through and I was going through the samples that I have, I realized that I have a gorgeous sample with that stamp set. So you can see they use this little kind of border on the inside, and that is an absolutely beautiful bookbinder card using that stamp set. So see there, I think that I'm not super drawn to that. But then I realized that that's where the gold sequins come from as well, as far as the embellishment. So, you know, what happens is I see projects that are gorgeous, and then I take a second look. So let me know what you think about that suite. It's something just a little bit different, something that I'm not immediately drawn to, but I really do like it. Okay, let's jump on up. Page 45. This designer series paper is called Like an Animal, and it's pretty cool. I think it's been maybe 1 or 2 catalogs since we've had like an animal print. And again, that seems to be more of, personal choice. But wow, these are cool. This is really cool. So that's called Like an Animal. So if you love animal prints, that's a great designer series paper that you may want to pick up. Okay, we are moving on just a couple pages. Page 48. And this one is called Taco Fiesta. So this one again is pretty near and dear to my heart. I was able to meet $1 million seller, y'all, when we went to Onstage. She was also one of the presenters, and her name is Erica Serwin. I think she lives in San Antonio, Texas. So what happens when someone sells $1 million worth of stamps, ink, and paper in their career is they get to go, they've changed it just a little bit within the past year or so, but they get to go to a retreat at the home office in Salt Lake City, Utah. And right now, it's a retreat with other people that have earned $1 million, $2 million, $3 million in sales, because we do have lots of people that have achieved that level of sales. So it's just so cool. I think it's amazing the opportunity that Stampin' Up! Can give people. So Erica Serwin is a very talented demonstrator, and you can find her at Pink Buckaroo. And she's just awesome. She's on YouTube and Facebook. So she actually did a demonstration, and we, with her being at the Arlington, Texas Onstage, we were the only demonstrators that got to have this demonstration. So it was really awesome. So it's a super cute little stamp set. It is kind of a regional stamp set, but living in Texas, this is right up my alley because we love our Taco Tuesdays, don't we? So super cute little stamp set. I do have just a couple of samples to share with you. And this first one is just a very simple one, but very, very cute. And I love the sentiment that says, "Holy guacamole, it's your birthday." It's just so cute. And then I have to tell y'all a story, because this pinata card, it just makes my heart smile. When our kids were little, we lived on a military installation in Kansas, at Fort Riley, Kansas. And we had some super good friends that lived just 2 doors down from us. And in our carports, we were able to string up pinatas, and I would find any reason that I could, any excuse that I could to get those kids a piñata. And we had the best time filling piñatas. They always had one for their birthday. And what's funny is those boys are just slightly older than Tara and Shane. And my kids are what, 35 and 36. So Kevin and Anthony are nearing their 40s and they still remember those piñatas. So this one makes me really happy. I'm probably going to have to make the kids some piñata cards. But that one is really cute. Taco Fiesta. And if you're from Texas, I know you're going to want that stamp set, right? I think Erica did a good job. So I didn't continue my story. So when someone sells that much stamp ink and paper, one of the perks that they get is when they go to their retreat, when they go to the home office, they get to help design a stamp set. And that is just so cool. And what I've started doing is trying to collect those stamp sets of the $1 million sellers, because now I have several friends that have reached that milestone. And I love just keeping those in my collection. It's just so fun. Okay, let's move up to page 50. There we are. And this one is a beautiful suite as well, called Rain or Shine. And again, had a wonderful, wonderful presenter at Onstage that did such a great job with this suite. And I have some of the components. I'll go ahead and share with you the one sample that I received through the card swap. It is adorable. Don't you just love that little guy? It is really, really cute. I haven't really played with this suite, but I would be willing to bet, just looking at things, that some of these dies are going to coordinate with the designer series paper that I'm about to show you. So absolutely adorable. And it also has, oh, I don't know what to call that. It's not really iridescent, but it's shiny. It's awesome. So really, really cute paper. There is a raindrop embossing folder in this suite and some fun little daisy embellishments. They're tiny little daisies and they're so, so cute. Isn't that paper adorable? Oh my goodness. I love it. Love it, love it. So that is Rain or Shine. How fun. Oh, I guess I better look and see where we're going next. We are going page 67. So we're jumping a lot of ways up. And it doesn't mean that the things on those pages are not important. It just means that I can't keep you here all day. I hope I'm on the right page. Oh, here it is. This is the set I wanted to show you because, again, I got a really cute sample. And this is one that I did not notice very much. Now, what have I done with the card? Let me look. No, I say I have a cute sample for you. Oh, here it is. I got it out of order. You're going to love this. This swap that I participate in, I have to say, it is run by my friend Sharon McNeely. She has some pretty strict guidelines, but I get back some of the most top quality swaps, and I am able to utilize all of those cards to share with you and give you ideas. So I would have never noticed this cute little set had I not received this swap card. So this is one that I think is easily overlooked, and I just wanted to bring your attention to it because I think that's darling. So the demonstrator that created this did embossing on the black cardstock. Isn't that amazing how that really, really pops? I love this card. She did a beautiful job. And I love being able to share those samples with you and give you some good ideas. Okay. So now this next suite, when we move on to page 68, this is called Ready to Ride. And it has motorcycles and bicycles, but y'all are not going to believe this designer series paper when I show you the swatch book. So I knew that it had the motorcycles and stuff, And then I got the paper because, we're working on the paper share. And I'll tell you, this paper is absolutely phenomenal. And I want to also show you the embellishment. So let me think. I'm going to go ahead and show you the embellishment. So this is the package of embellishments. You get 4 sheets of these. I was really impressed with the amount that you get, because these are like an epoxy, and they're a substantial embellishment. They're really, really cool. I feel like this would be awesome for scrapbooking. Tell me if I'm wrong, y'all. Wait till you see this paper. It is phenomenal. It's almost like it's embossed. That's what I should have said about rain or shine as well. Look at how cool this paper is. And even though it's part of a motorcycle and bicycle suite, think about all the things that you could do with this paper. It is really, really cool. So definitely lends itself to scrapbooking for guys and boys. Isn't it fun? I love this paper. I was really quite happily surprised when I opened that package up. So cool. So this one is called Ready to Ride. And then I think I just messed up. I think I showed you, I did. I showed you Enjoy the Journey embellishment. That was Ready to Ride. I try so hard, y'all, to get this all together, and I still mess up, don't I? Well, I'm just going to go with it. So Enjoy the Journey is awesome for scrapbooking as well. And this is a really cool paper because it also has dies. It has like bicycles and camping. It's really cool, almost like a silhouette. So this paper is beautiful. Like you get a full sheet with these mountains and trees. Really, really cool. So pretty. I mean, isn't that gorgeous just to scrapbook a trip to Colorado or New Mexico? How awesome would that be? Camping, really cool paper. So that is Enjoy the Journey. And those embellishments go with Enjoy the Journey. I'm sorry, I just get so excited. Y'all know that. Okay, we'll move on. And we are up to page 76. And I always like to point this out to you because we have an index of the bundle. So stamps and dies and stamps and punches. And you're going to notice there's several pages like this. And one of the reasons I like to point it out to you is that it does show the stamp die and stamp punch bundles. But look, there's also a sample beside each one of those. So you get even more ideas to inspire you. It's awesome. So it's just several pages like that. And then we move into the index of the products in the catalog. So the stamps and the dies, and then we move over even into the consumable products like the paper, the ribbon, the embellishments. And then it talks about posting and joining, and we'll talk about that a little bit more as we look through the celebration brochure. But this is an amazing catalog, y'all. I hope you have enjoyed this catalog stroll. Now, we are going to move on to celebration. So let me move some things around. Sorry if I'm being noisy, but I've got a lot to share with you on this as well. And I think there's something that I did not grab. So let me just get it off of my little stand here. Something that will help me. So this is the amazing celebration brochure. And I know most of you are familiar with celebration and what that means. This is something I think that Stampin' Up! Is known for. And they've changed it up a little bit in the last couple of years. The last 2 years, we had 2 celebrations, one in January and February, and then one in like August and September, or July and August. Well, we're only having one this year. So I think that's important for you to know, because January and February is celebration time with Stampin' Up! And then they're trying some different things that you'll be hearing about soon. as far as sales and specials. So Celebration is a free gift with purchase promotion. So there's two different levels that you can redeem at. One is $50, and there's several choices at the $50 level, and then $100 level. There's also an opportunity when you host a party or order of a certain size that you get a free stamp set and a joining special. So we're just going to do a little stroll through this brochure and talk about the offering for Celebration this time. So first up, just kind of explain Celebration a bit. I think you've probably seen the adorable owl. Lots of samples out there on the internet, on Pinterest and Google Images and on Facebook, YouTube. They're everywhere. These owls are so stinking cute, y'all. And so I do have the stamp set right here to share with you. Images and cute little sentiments. You cannot go wrong if you redeem at the $50 level for the adorable owl stamp set. Super, super cute. So I have several cards to share with you. I think I made a couple, and then some are from the swap I participated in. This is a shimmer paper, and I love that this demonstrator simply stamped the image and put it on that shimmer paper. How quick and easy is that? So if you are not one that loves to color, don't think that you have to. You can just stamp that image. I think that is absolutely adorable. I've got lots of owls, so y'all get ready. Here is a super sweet little card. I love this one. This was also from the swap. And then here is another one that doesn't have much coloring, and this is a fun fold. This is a cute, cute little card. I like this a lot. So it's got like the 5.5 by 4.25 base, and then it's built from there. Isn't that neat? I may have to try that soon. I like that. So cute little owl card. That's a fun fold. Again, very minimal coloring. And then we come to this one where this demonstrator did a beautiful job coloring the owl. So I really like this one too. I love that you can see so many different color combinations with this. Here is another little owl. And again, this demonstrator did a beautiful job coloring. And look at that. She used one of the embellishments on the top of the hat. That's super cute. I really like that. And then there's a card that I actually made on Facebook Live. And this was maybe even the end of December, kind of giving you a sneak peek. And I actually colored that little owl. And using the Stampin' Blends, it makes it a breeze. It really does. Anybody can color. If I can color and do a moderately good job of coloring, anybody can color with the Stampin' Blends or alcohol markers. So they pair really well with these line images like this. I love using the Stampin' Blends. But of course, we also have water painters, blender pens, Stampin' Write markers, pencils. You've got so many options when it comes to coloring. But don't ever feel like you have to color, because I think that this little card is absolutely amazing, and it's not colored at all. So that is Adorable Owl, and it is free with a $50 purchase, y'all. Your first option. Your second option, oops, did I miss an owl card? I did. One more sample. Again, super cute coloring job. Those eyes, I just love this. So, so cute. So cute. Okay, next we have a stamp set, and it's called Thanks a Bunch, and it is a carrot stamp set, you guys. And I'm going to look over on my desk. I should have done this before I started the video too. Yes, I found it. Oh, we had a retreat a couple weeks ago, and my wonderful friend, my bestie LaDonna, she found a video where someone had used the carrot to turn it upside down and make a tree. So first of all, who would have dreamed you needed a carrot stamp set? But you do. Wait till you see these samples. So again, You can redeem at the $50 level. How adorable is that? It's really, really cute. I love this. And I've got several carrot cards to share with y'all. Again, who would ever know that we just needed a carrot stamp set? I've never had one before. And I've got lots of super cute samples with this. And I made one or two. So really cute samples. Again, that embossing on black, why don't I ever do that? That is adorable. She used some sequins or embellishments. Such a sweet card. So thanks a bunch. That is a really cute set. This is one that I did for the swap. And I had a lot of fun with this. A lot of fun. Did a little stamping on the corners of the cardstock, card base, and used Granny Apple Green. Who knew? Granny Apple Green and a carrot stamp set. And you could make a cute card like that. So fun. So that is something you can redeem at the $50 level. And let me go ahead and share with you. This is just a little note card. And I will tell you, it took me at least, oh, I don't know, 25 or 30 tries to get this to look this good. I mean, you know, look at it, see what you think. We got a lot of giggles out of this because why are we using a carrot stamp to make a tree when we have so many tree stamps in our catalogs? But hey, sometimes we want to think outside the box, right? So it kind of looks like, oh, now I can't remember. Gail told us what kind of trees they were. It kind of looks like a tree, but it looks like a carrot. What do y'all think? I thought it was fun. We had a lot of laughs making that card, y'all. We're kind of a silly little group anyway, when we get to retreats and we get a little bit sleep deprived. Okay, we're going to move on up to the first designer series paper. And let me look right quick, sorry, because I'm still learning names. Dainty Flowers designer series paper. This is a 12 by 12. This is one of those just simply beautiful papers that you can cut into it, put it on a card base, and you're done. You just add a sentiment or an embellishment and you're done because it's just that pretty. The floral images are absolutely amazing. This is a really sweet card that I got from the swap, made with that designer series paper. And I love that we can choose to get designer series paper, a full package at the $50 level. So if you spend $50, the Dainty Flowers designer series paper can be yours free. Isn't that awesome? Just a beautiful, beautiful paper. And then this little card also is super sweet. Maybe it's one of the other ones. Let me look at it closer. No, this one. It has the dragonfly embellishments, and I'd kind of forgotten about those, but they're really cute as well. So just perfect for any of your floral stamp sets or papers. And this is one that I made on Facebook Live. Just a super easy layout, very quick and pretty. And I mean, all we did was stamp directly on the designer series paper and add a couple embellishments. So really pretty cards, super simple to do. This paper just does all the work for you. So this is one that you can choose at a $50 level. And then we're going to move over to another designer series paper. And this one's Day at the Farm. And this one has a stamp and die bundle in the mini catalog that coordinates with it. So the On the Farm. And it is really, really cute, y'all. I just got this in an order, so I haven't really played with it yet, but I love that it has a barn die. So much cuteness. So let me show you the couple of samples that I have with it. And again, one of these cards you've already seen if you watch my Facebook Lives, but I was really, really happy with how this turned out. This is, again, that super simple layout, little fancy fold, using the chicken wire and then the chicken and geese on the designer series paper. Super, super simple, but it was really cute the way that it turned out. And then this one is really pretty using the designer series paper, a couple different patterns from it, the vegetables, and then that plaid. Really homey and fun. I like this card a lot. And then I think I have one more to share with you. Yeah, and this one is using the designer series paper. So again, you've got that 5.5 by 4.25 base, and then a layer. And then look at this, using the designer series paper as the actual card base. Isn't that fun? Look at that little windmill. Very cute. Very, very cute paper. So great fold too. I like that. So this paper can be yours for free with a $50 purchase. And I've shown you guys the paper several times, so I didn't specifically get out the paper. And then this one, let me bring this to me so I can see. It's called favored flowers. I think I've said favorite flowers in the past, but favored flowers. And I know that I shared with you the very first video that I did showing this paper. And I said, you know, it's just really not my aesthetic. Well, I knew what would happen. I've seen some gorgeous projects. And now I love this paper. And it's actually even one that we're going to be using in the make and take. So here's that ribbon again, you guys. Isn't that stunning? Just beautiful. So, so pretty. This is one from the card swap. Got a couple samples. This one actually combines, there's that ribbon again, also a sentiment from another celebration item, a celebration stamp set. So again, there's that beautiful paper, and I'll show you that stamp set next, because I like that. It's okay not to be okay. Here is yet another one of those fun folds that we did on Facebook Live, and this really did help me to fall in love with that paper, and that is that sentiment. It's okay not to be okay, because, you know, sometimes we're not okay. And sometimes our hearts hurt, and it just has to, because we love deeply, right? So I love that sentiment. And then look at this gorgeous, gorgeous stunner of a card. So, so pretty. So I'm falling in love with this paper, y'all. Favored flowers. Also, probably need to thank my friend Mary White, because I think that she is part of the conspiracy that got me loving this paper. I know she thought I was crazy the first day that I said, I'm not so sure about this. Okay, so from the sending support, you saw some of the sentiments. This is a really sweet encouragement stamp set. You know, sentiments only. It is a red rubber set, which I love for sentiments because it gives a good crisp image. But it's a very sweet, sweet set at the $100 level. And then this one is a little bit different, and I haven't seen a lot of samples. And honestly, I knew this was going to happen, this in the country. In the swap, I did not receive any cards made with this stamp set, but this is one that Dale was really inspired by. So when we did the swaps to send in for the card swap, he did a card for me. And it's very simple. And I know I've shown you guys this before. It's just a crumb cake base, and we layered that. We popped up that layer, and then he stamped the scenery, which is very, very pretty. And I did intend to put a sentiment, either stamp a sentiment or put a circle or something there. And then here is that exact same image that he colored, that he watercolored with the water painter. So it really brings it to life. And he is just so good at stuff like that. I'm not, but I feel like even I could do this when I look at it, because he just very quickly added the blue for the sky and went over the trees and the ground. And so it's striking, just stamped, but it's really beautiful colored. And so I think this is one that can be overlooked. So, you know, if you have a lot of flowers or sentiment stamps, carrot stamps already hanging around, this would be a great choice. It's beautiful. It really, really is. Okay, and then we are moving on up to, let me make sure I've got the right. Yeah, this is Dandy Designs. And this is one of those paper packs, you guys, that is just really, really something. It is 48 sheets, and so you get 4 of each of the designs, and you're seeing a lot of the designs of paper in this layout. Isn't this a cute little card? I love this. Such a great idea. And then here is also a card using some of that paper. It has balmy blue in it, but also Coastal Cabana. And then it has, oh gosh, Mango Melody, which I never use Mango Melody, but this paper is going to cause me to do so because it's really pretty. It's got Granny Apple Green. You have seen, like my carrot card, that came from this paper pack as well. And then here is one that I created on Facebook Live. Just a fun, easy way to show off a couple of designer series papers. Very simple layout, but I just thought that turned out really cute, kind of monochromatic. Really cool paper, great paper stack, $100 level on this one. And then we will move along here. And this next one is called Beautifully Happy. This is a really pretty stamp set as well. We received this, if I'm not mistaken, in our event bag when we went to On Stage. This was one of our free gifts. And so I do have several samples created with this. And I have to say, this is probably my favorite. I love the way that she colored this and the way that she's using the gems to bring a little accent. Very, very pretty. You know, flower stamp sets are just extremely popular. And just when I think I don't really need another flower stamp set, I do. So you can see lots of gorgeous, beautiful cards created with this stamp set. And this one is available at $100 level. There's a lot of stamps in this one. 17. And then this one is a little bit different color combo, but I think really super pretty too. So that was fun to get that many cards in the swap using this stamp set. Because I have not even inked mine up yet. I need to, y'all. Okay, I've got quite the avalanche going on over here. Okay. And I think I went the page too far, didn't I? I need to also show you, this is called Scenic Garden, and it's a stamp set that you can get free if you host a party, which would mean you just gather orders, do kind of a catalog party, or your order qualifies as a party at $300 in retail. This stamp set automatically you get for free. So it's a really pretty one. So there's rewards in celebration for shopping, hosting, and joining. And so I'll be able to share with you the joining special as well. So it's always a great time to become a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And we have a wonderful team. We're called the Super Inspired Stampers, or SIS. And not only do we support each other with our crafting and encourage each other and inspire each other that way, but what we also do is support each other when we have rough times. And let me tell y'all, this past year, 2022, was hard on our team. We had people diagnosed with very serious illnesses. And we had several surgeries and some people that are still facing some more surgery. And so we have really clung to each other this past year. And so it's not only a great support network in times that are good, but also in times when we're struggling. And so I think that you would love to be part of this group for many different reasons. Being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator can really be whatever you want it to be. And it's always a great deal. Like I said, it's $99 and you get to pick $125 worth of product. But during celebration, Stampin' Up! Is sweetening that deal. And you can actually have 3 different options to join. and become a demonstrator. And there is really no risk, and there's no pressure to do anything like classes and videos and have a Facebook group or YouTube channel. You don't have to do any of that. You can just give it a try for a couple months and see what you think. And if it's not for you, you just go back to being a customer. They don't come and take your stamps back away. So if you want to think about it, what's awesome is during celebration, one of the options is you pay $99 and you choose $175 worth of product. You don't pay shipping, you just pay tax. So I think in Texas, it's like $108, $107, $108. It's an awesome, awesome deal. That's a lot of extra product that you're getting free. Then there's a couple other options. So there's also a level when you pay $129 plus tax, free shipping. You're able to choose $175 worth of product, but you can get the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine in boho blue. And mine just arrived. I haven't even used it yet. It's beautiful though. And boho blue, I know you're thinking, what are you talking about, Carrie? What is boho blue? Well, it is a new color that will be coming in May. So this is a little bit of a sneak peek for us. Isn't it beautiful? So it is very much like our regular size Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And your mini machine comes with the platforms and plates that you need. You get everything you need. You are ready to go when it arrives. And so this is one of the options at $129. Sorry, I didn't mean to close that quite so hard. Or you've seen me use my white machine many times. And so this is also an option at the $129 level. You get to choose that $175 of product and get the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine in white. So you have options, so many options. And I know that I went over that information quickly. So if you have questions, all you have to do is reach out. I'll be glad to walk you through it, answer any questions that you may have. And again, don't feel like there is any pressure, because there's not from me or from Stampin' Up. You are able to take advantage of this amazing offer. And if it's something you want to continue doing, then you just meet your quarterly minimum, which is $300 retail. But keep in mind, you get at least a 20% discount. And then if you don't want to stay, you don't have to. You just go back to being a customer and everything just goes right back to the way it was. And you tried it and, you know, you ended up with some awesome products as well. So let me know if you have any questions about any of the product that I've shown you tonight, the samples that I've shown you. I hope that this has inspired you. And next up, we're going to have a video called Meet the Suite. And my intention was for that to be about 3 o'clock. I may have run a little bit long. So we're just gonna be, you know, kind of relaxed here. So 3 o'clock, then 4 o'clock is our scavenger hunt we'll post. And I have 20 questions for you, and it's a chance that you can win a prize. Another way that you'll be entered for a chance to win a prize is just leave a comment on the recorded videos or the live video that I'm doing at 5 p.m. today. And it will be our make and take instructions, and you'll see the completed project. So if you registered for a make and take packet, you should have received that in the mail, and you'll be able to put your projects together. If you didn't, you are still welcome to join us and get inspired. Okay, I'll see you back in just a little bit for Meet the Suite. Thank you.